G'day guys, Kaleidow here and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be creating another build for my Oh My Goddess Season 2, which actually isn't going to be called that. I just don't want to tell you guys the name yet. It's going to be a surprise, okay? But today for Oh My Goddess, we're going to be creating a bathhouse. It's definitely Greek inspired, as you know. That is what the essence of the series is. And I feel like this is a really unique build. I haven't seen anyone do this sort of thing for a pool sort of community lot before, and yes, this is a community lot, and by the way, this is already on the gallery for you guys to download if you would like. Basically, if you guys don't know what a bathhouse is, it is like a pool community lot where people can come together to just have a dip in the water, I suppose. The water itself isn't really there for doing laps, like swimming laps or anything, or exercise. It's more a place for people to just cool down and relax. Just like, I guess in the past, like in the old ancient Greek days, it was where people would clean themselves. That sounds so disgusting, like all going to the same place to get clean. Like that sounds dreadful to me, but I think in the past they actually, most of their bathhouses were connected to a spring, or most Roman or Greek homes had a natural spring underneath them, so they always had natural like bore water in the house. They were quite smart, the Romans and the Greek. As you can see, I have been using a whole bunch of archway doors to kind of give it that Greek effect, and I also added these archways that are from the new stuff pack, which is called Romantic Garden Stuff, which is actually my favorite stuff pack so far, because it comes with a whole bunch of really cool ancient Greece sort of looking things, which is perfect for Oh My Goddess. And I really liked how I incorporated these archways into the wall. I kind of just left it half done because I wasn't sure. I wanted to come back and have a look at it later, but I do end up going with them. I think they look really nice. As for the roof here, I really wanted the roof to be exposed to the sky, so when people are swimming down below or just chilling in the water, they can look up and just see the sky. But I wanted there to also be a pattern, so it's not boring and just like a hole in the sky. I did use these fences, but I end up doing something a little bit different later on, and you guys will see. And this is so hard for me to fix later on because I deleted the floors, and if you guys are builders, you would know that once you delete a floor tile, like make it I don't know, a hole in the ground, it's really hard to get it back. You have to totally delete the room and then redo it as an entirely new floor. It's really confusing and it took me a while to fix, but down here we're just putting in some floor tile thingies using the terrain painting tool, and now we are going to be decorating the little bath area. So down here, I wanted it to be, I wish it was a little bit bigger, but this lot isn't that huge. So, in the end, I'm kind of happy with the size of it. I guess when we have a whole bunch of Sims in here, it will feel really, full and nice in a way. And I don't know, I think the last pool that was in this lot was maybe a little bit too big. I'm not sure. That's just my opinion. I'm putting in some reeds here. I really wanted this to look overgrown. It isn't sort of, it sort of is like a ruins. In my mind, before I went into creating this build, I was thinking it's going to look really derelict and run down, but as I was building, I kind of wanted to make it look like, yeah, it's been abandoned, but it hasn't lost its charm. And yeah, there may be weeds and algae and stuff in the water, but it still is really angelic and beautiful. It just looks kind of natural, and that's another reason why I like those archways, those archway decorations that I used around the bottom of the build because the vines make it look really cool and really overgrown. And I later on do add some actual vines to the rest of the build, and it looks very overgrown, but let me know what you guys think of the end result. We are obviously kind of far from the end of the video. I tried to keep this video not super long. This is only one part, unlike my other builds. I don't do many small builds. There are a couple more short builds that I have to create and show you guys to do with Oh My Goddess still. A lot of club hangout areas. And I did try to have a little bit of a balustrade with those items. I think it's like a balustrade with those tiny little column thingies out the front, but I end up moving them inside. You guys will see very soon. I really like how I use the half walls with the roof here. I think it looks really cool. I just experimented with the different heights. And at this point, I wasn't really liking the design I had in the center, and I was kind of regretting it, but I tried to ignore it. I tried to ignore it because I knew how much trouble I'd have to go through. Now we are onto the second floor, and I decided that I wanted to utilize this space. At first, I wasn't going to, but I ended up doing so. And basically, this is just going to be a little bit of a balcony that looks down into the pool area. And I do experiment with some different wall types or fences here, but in the end, I do just go with a very small, like, I don't know what it's called. It's just like a line of wood. And I put the columns down underneath. I think this looks really cool. And it also makes the downstairs, the bottom, look really nice and a lot more Roman or Greek. And then I put these balustrade items around here, as I really didn't like the look of the fence type that's still this style, but it's not as run down and old. It doesn't look ancient. I want this to look like a bathhouse that was very popular back in the day, but obviously it is abandoned now, and for some reason it's just grown. Like, age has done well with this build. Let's just say that. I do get rid of the balustrade at the front there, and I decide to kind of keep that plain. Later on, we add some cute little pots that go all the way around as decoration. And here is what I'm doing with the roof. So I did cut out me deleting the other design that I had because it was such a struggle. I am telling you, it took me so like at least 15 minutes or 30 minutes. I actually cannot remember, but oh man, it was a bit of a pain. And I put in a little bit of a decoration on the inner side of the roof to kind of just give it more dimension. And then we're using this neat flat, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a stone edging. And I kind of wanted to still do a similar style pattern to what we had before, but obviously a lot more minimal because I feel like it was a bit too much last time. But the really cool thing about this block, this object, is that it's very thin and it doesn't like, I don't know, it doesn't really obstruct everything. And I felt like the other fence that we were using was just very, I don't know, it didn't match the rest of the colors of the build, but this one just kind of blends in and I really like it. Of course, you guys can go ahead and delete them if you don't like them. I definitely think that the roof, the ceiling, would look totally fine without these objects in the roof or in the skylight, but look at them. I think it looks nice. It's a nice little touch. And there are those pots that I put all the way around. They kind of add to the greenery around the whole build, and I just definitely wanted everything to look kind of overgrown. It's still a very manicured place. Maybe it's like magic, guys. You never know. Maybe it's magic that keeps this place looking like in top form. So I decided to put a statue out the front of this build. What is a Greek-inspired build without a statue, right? And I also put in a secret little chest, which might be something in the series in the future. I have some ideas about that. This is obviously, Oh My Goddess Season 2, I'm going to be focusing a lot on the mystery side of things, so there are going to be a lot of cool, like, clues and mystery. Now we are doing like a little fountain that will be out the front. It actually doesn't end up being very small. I make it quite large. Of course, you guys can alter this if you would like. In my opinion, I kind of liked it without the fountain when I look at it again, but you know what, oh well, it is nice, and I wanted to keep going with the water theme as this is a bathhouse. I felt like it just needed more water around the place. I at first was having this small little, more natural looking thing out the front, little fountain, but later on I decided that I want it to look more formal. This is a bathhouse, and I don't think the Greek would have put a natural looking thing out the front. They would have made something really nice. And now we're just putting some vines around the place just to make it look a little bit more overgrown, and especially as this build is very white. It doesn't really look that old, but trust me, it's meant to be. It's meant to be old. We probably will be building a couple more ruins, Greek ruins, different themed. I plan to do like a, more like the ones, I think it's like a pantheon or something like that. That's probably not the word I'm thinking of, but I really want to build something like that very soon. So be on the lookout for that. And just adding some flowers into the vines just to kind of make it blend in with the bottom vines, the vines that are on the archways. Hopefully people like Sims will be able to walk through those archways. I have no idea if those objects will obstruct the doorways, but I really hope they don't. Now out the front, I'm going to be making this fountain a lot bigger, but I decided to use these blocks to kind of edge the fountain in a sense, and it does look kind of nice in the end. But again, I'm not sure, like, you could do without the big fountain that I end up having. And oh, by the way, there is a skeleton down in the pool. I thought that was like a weird mystery touch that I had in this build. You guys can delete it if you're freaked out by it, but I'm one of those people who likes all things morbid and creepy. So if you don't want it, yeah, just get rid of it. You don't need it. It's just there as a little, I don't know, aesthetic, very morbid, scary aesthetic. Now we are just putting in some blocks, and I am losing my breath. I just had dinner, so I guess like my mouth is kind of, I don't know what the word is, not tacky, it just like, it's gonna, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to describe how my mouth feels right now without sounding disgusting. But I add some more archways at the ends of the fountain, or what is it called, a fountain? I think it is, and I actually put real fountains at each end of this, and it looks kind of neat in the end. Let me know down below what you guys think of this big fountain out the front. Like, I don't know, is it too much? I don't know. You can change it if you want, but I'm going to stick with this. I spent a lot of time with the landscaping out the front, like with the plants and stuff. You guys will see that soon. And here are the fountains that I put in each end. I think they look really cool. And I also put in these thingy majigs, which I think they're called jets, which are pretty neat. And I disguised them with rocks later on because I decided they looked a little bit too new, and to kind of keep going on with the theme of this being a natural spring, I thought, why not have water spraying out of the ground? That kind of would make it look a lot more natural. And yeah, I think it looks alright. They're a little bit out of place, but oh well, like it's The Sims, don't matter that much. And we do add in some more reeds and things like algae and stuff into the water to make it look a bit more natural. And I don't think I show you guys everything of me putting in the plants out the front here, but I do use a lot of irises in this because irises are one of my favorite flowers ever. Iris is also the goddess, the Greek goddess of rainbows. So of course I know what irises are and I have to have them everywhere. And I kind of just went for subtle colors for the front to kind of match the rest of the build. I didn't want anything too overpowering. Now we are putting in the algae and stuff, and I also went ahead and did a lot of the terrain painting. I think I leave a little bit of that in still. Some reeds. I know that I've been sizing up some of the things in this build, especially the reeds, but I think I sized a couple of them down, especially in the inside pool, because I don't know, kind of was a little bit too much, especially for the inside. Just putting some grass around now. And we are getting close to done, guys. Like, this is almost done. I haven't done a speed build this short in so long. I'm excited to do a couple more. Let me know if you guys like these short builds more, and if I should do more, if you have any suggestions. Anything that you think would be good for my Greek themed series, let me know. I have a couple more things that I have planned, but you'll just have to wait and see. You never know, you guys might even guess some of the things that I plan to build. And also, something I forgot to mention, I did incorporate some of the ruins pillars into the archways around the building, just to make it look a little bit more rundown and stuff. I totally forgot about that and I must have cut it out on accident. Oopsie. And now we are just doing another little water feature out the front here, and I think I do move it along a little bit because I realize that it's kind of in the pathway, in the natural pathway that they have going on. And yeah, looking back now, I feel like that front fountain is so overpowering compared to the rest of the build, but oh well, oh well. We just kind of go with nice and subtle for this. I do put an archway out here too. At first I was doing it all blocky and stuff, but I felt like it was definitely missing something. I also put a cute little chair, so then here it is, a cute little chair there where people can take a lovey-dovey little shot. I can imagine there being a really nice photo of a couple sitting there. Oh, I really want to do that now. Now we are doing some more terrain painting, and the garden is looking very full and lush now. I wanted it to look very overgrown, as the place isn't very manicured at all. And we have that staircase out the back. I tried to disguise it a little bit, but that was the only place I could put it, I swear. But yeah, guys, we're going into the screenshots now. Look at this build. I think it is stunning. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. I also put those little spouts, water spout things at the top of the roof, just to make it look more like a bathhouse. And here is the inside with the pillars, and up from the balcony, which people can actually go up there. I also threw around some candles. And here is the place where I think it will be super romantic to have a couple just like having their moment, all with the little fountain behind it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.